Happy Monday. I feel like making a bouquet and I was like, I might as well make a video. And I can show you guys what I'm gonna use and how much I'm gonna cut and what's in bloom. And I can show you the bees and I can show you the wasp's nest that Chase found. And that's it. Okay, let's go. Okay, so I think the easiest thing to do would be to show you what I'm going to use all at once, and then I'll cut it and come back to it after. So this is the calendula bed. There's other things in here, but the calendula is what is flowering right now. There are bright lights cosmos behind the calendula, but they need to be deadheaded so that they can start blooming again, because they all went to seed and drop seeds, so I need to cut those back. But here's the calendula. I'm pretty sure this is so cool because I'm pretty sure all of these are Snow Princess that I got from Baker Creek, and this kind of shows you what can happen, like how diverse the flowers can look from the same packet of seeds, which is pretty cool. So I think I am going to use some of those. The nice thing, oh, and here's a little sweat bee. The sweat bees really like these calendula, and if it's green, it's a sweat bee. And then I think this is Pink Surprise, which you can't really, it's hard to get the pink, or this might be too over here. This looks, it's hard to show you kind of that pink doesn't come all the way through on the camera, but it's like peachier than this. It's kind of peachy pink, but that's very nice. But they're not as big. I like the Snow Princess because they're nice big flowers and they have long stems. So I'm going to cut some of those. And then what I was going to say is, if you're cutting just and you want it to keep blooming, just cut all the way down. Like I'm going to cut this one to where there's, I don't know what you would call it, like an intersection. And then new leaves will form from that, and then more flowers will bloom. There's already buds everywhere, so so I don't feel too guilty about cutting them. And then there's also some morning glories in here, which I need to kind of, I wanted the morning glories to spill out over the rock wall, but I need to kind of train them to do that. And then there are some squashes in here, which isn't part of the bouquet, but I just want to show you. This looks like one of the crookneck, yellow crooknecks, and there are some squashes coming. There's a little guy, and I think there's another one in there somewhere. Oh, yep. So that's cool. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to use some calendula. I might cut 5 of those because there is so much. And then I'm going to cut some daisies. There's definitely plenty of daisies. And the beetles actually haven't been that bad on the daisies. There's definitely more carnivorous, predatory pollinators around, which is nice because I have not seen a lot of beetles. Actually, there's one right there. I think that's a type of wasp. I think I looked it up the other day. And yeah, and I am going to use some of this Queen Anne's lace too, because it's everywhere. It's a weed, but it's just everywhere. So I don't feel guilty about that. And then there's so many flying grasshoppers in here, and I'm not, I think that's what they're called. There goes another one. They're not, oh my God, they are so loud. They just freak me out a little bit. They sound almost as bad as June bugs, and they're so big, but they're kind of cool looking. I am going to cut some of this. This is all of the yarrow, and some of it has faded, so, which is kind of cool because yarrow will change color as it fades and you can still use it. So I might cut a little bit of that. Oh, look at that. Oh, always just in time. All right, let's see. And then I might cut some of that lemon balm to use as greenery. Oh, look at that. Can you guys see that guy? There's our little friend. I don't know if you can see it. I would say him, but I think it's a girl because I'm pretty sure she has babies. And they all come over here. They mostly eat the chicory, so I don't really worry about them coming in here too much. Oh, and a hummingbird. You guys, this is a perfect time to do this, I guess. Look at this. Can you see her? Let me see. Where am I? I don't know if you can see her. I can't see on... Oh, there she is. Oh, I see. Oh, there she goes. I haven't seen any male hummingbirds. I've only seen the female. And she really likes the bee balm, obviously. And I might cut... They love the bee balm so much, I might only cut 3 of these. And I will probably cut these larger... These are almost done too. They're on their way out. I might cut these larger lavender colored ones. Look at the size of that bumblebee. Look at the size of you. Okay, oh sorry. So big. Anyways. And then over here I have to deadhead some of the zinnias anyway. And I do have these awesome... These are supposed to be Queen Lime, I think. And they're really cool looking. But they are small. They're kind of small. And when I looked it up online, it said they could be between 2 and 5 inches. And I was like, well, that's a big range for a flower head. And I'm not sure if there's anything I can do to make them any bigger. But they're just really cool looking. And then I also really like this one flower, which is basically the whole reason I'm making a bouquet. It's done. I wasn't sure, but if you give it the wiggle test, it's ready. And it's just like this like ombre... peachy pink, pale peachy pink, and then it kind of fades to like yellow in the middle, and it's kind of spirally. It's like, I love that flower. And then I also have, oh, there's a beetle. And then I also have these, and I wasn't impressed. I planted, I think it was apricot lemonade cosmos last year, and I wasn't super impressed, but I think these are apricota, and they're a little bit, I mean, these are kind of funky looking, but I really like the colors on the inside. Like, I really like the stripes. And those are another thing too, where if you keep cutting them down to that intersection in the stems, they'll just keep coming back. So I don't feel, look at that beetle. So I don't feel too bad about cutting those. I might cut some echinacea. I might not. I don't know. If I do, I'll only cut 3. There's not a lot of it, but there are... There he goes. There goes the woodchuck. There he goes. But there are a lot of buds, so I might cut 3. Let's see how many buds there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. I'll think about it. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, I might cut 3. And then the other thing I'm going to cut is on the other side of the fence. So I'm going to stop here and then go over there and then turn it back on. So hold on a second. Okay, and then here is the globe thistle, and there's so much of it. I think I'm going to be okay with cutting 3 of these. I'm only going to cut 3 because they are covered in bees, and I think that these, the majority of these are European honeybees, which are not native. However, they were brought here, and you know, there were hives, must be, that weren't maintained, and they swarmed and left, and now they live kind of in the wild. But they're pretty docile. And I counted the other day, I think I counted about 50 of these. And that's a lot. And it wasn't like this last year, not at all. And I think what I'm gonna do is buy a flow hive brood box, because I did want to get a flow hive, but they're really expensive. But I was like, maybe I can just get a brood box to start with and, you know, bait it with some beeswax and see if we can get a swarm, because they're just everywhere. I mean, that one, oh no, he's awake. I thought he was sleeping. They're just everywhere. And then if you come over here, there's more. And I think, you know, different kinds of bees are attracted to different color flowers. And these ones are the same bees that were on the borage, which makes sense because borage is another blue flower. These are very blue. So that seems to be the color that they like. And you see, they don't, I'm not really bothering them. They don't really mind me at all. I've never been stung. I just want to put that out there. Like, we're around bees and wasps and hornets all day, and I've never been stung. And then here's our wasp's nest, which is right behind that. And I'm not going to get too close to it, but I'll zoom in with my camera. It is right behind there. And my husband said, you know, our friends have these on their house also. And I think he did some research, I'm not sure, but he said that they eat spiders, which makes sense because usually there's spiders on this globe thistle and not bees in years that have gone by. So it kind of makes sense. And spiders always, like, along that edge, put their little egg sacs and stuff along the edge of the house. So it kind of makes sense that they would set up camp right there. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I'm going to cut. So I will go cut all my flowers and put the bouquet together. And then there's the chickens. And then we will come back and see what it looks like. Okay, hold on. Oh, you guys, I've been waiting for this butterfly to stop moving for 5 seconds. I think that is a black admiral. Let's see how close it will let me go. Oh, no, that's close enough. Anyway. Okay, now I'm gonna make a bouquet. Okay, so here is the final bouquet. And I love how it turned out. And I did end up not using the bee balm because it was on its way out. And the pollinators were just really enjoying it, and I didn't want to do that to them. And then also, I did end up putting in some, I think that's goldenrod, that just grows wild everywhere around here. And then there's the echinacea and the globe thistle. And then I ended up only cutting one of the tall phlox because it was so enormous. And then I just put that at the center. And the lemon balm is also one stem with different stems coming off of it. So I put that at the center too. And I really like how they stick out, you know, further than anything else. And I also like the lemon balm is flowering. You can see the little flowers, so the stems are nice and strong. And that's it. And then there's the zinnia that started this whole project. And actually, as I was doing this, my older neighbor stopped with his car and complimented my flower garden because his big picture window faces our garden. And I'm gonna give this to him. I was like, you can have this, you know. So I'll go drop this off because he has been really generous over the years with us, and there's no actual way for me to ever be able to pay him back what he's given us, but I can give him this. That's no problem. So there it is. So I hope you enjoyed this bouquet. I enjoyed making it and seeing all of the creatures outside. And now I'm going to go inside because I'm sweating like a pig. Okay, bye.